Hello there! If you happen to be hearing this, then congratulations! You have successfully become a part of our new establishment. Welcome to the Playtime family, new valued employee. We're glad you are here to dedicate your time and life to our establishment. You must feel honored. Well, new employees, let's jump right into business. In this training tape, we will be walking you through the basics of what you will be doing with your newfound job as a night guard. You may not be part of the excitement during the day, but you get the exciting possession of the night shift. Hey, lucky you. Now, let's take a look at a few things that will help you get familiar with your work environment. Such as your cameras. This wonderful device will allow you to check every camera around the building. Now, isn't that handy? You can keep your mind at ease by making sure there is nothing in the vent trying to get a hold of you. Haha. Just kidding, we take our employee safety seriously. The doors. Now, just in case of an emergency, or if someone or something is after you, you have the ability to shut our top-of-the-line soundproof security doors. These doors are strong enough to make sure whatever is outside stays out there, so you have nothing to worry about. And lastly, we have the power. Since our owner wants to waste as little money as possible, he has implemented a power usage system where you only get a certain amount of power each night from our backup generator. But don't worry, I'm sure you'd have plenty of power to last the night, new employee. This concludes the end of the tape. Good luck, new employee, and remember, you are now a part of the Playtime family.
Hello there! So, you're the new night guard. It's a pleasure to speak with you. It's been a few months since we've had an employee working through the night shift for this place, even if people make up rumors about the place. But don't worry about that. I'm tasked by my boss to call you to tell you the basic rundown on what to do in this place. He also handed me this script to read for new employees, so just check this out. Okay. Hello and welcome to your new summer job at Freddy's Fun Place, where kids and adults alike come to enjoy and meet the new faces of entertainment. Wow. Roberts Robotics is not responsible for damage to property or person that enters our establishment. It's your job to keep an eye on the area by watching the cameras around the place so equipment won't be damaged or stolen, as most of our equipment is very expensive, including the animatronics. So you must either close the vents or doors in case someone or something comes after you, and make sure to check the lights. You'll never know what could be out there, but don't use too much as it'll drain your power supply from our backup generator. I hope you find your new summer job. Always report to our staff if anything goes wrong. Signed by our boss, Robert Johnson. You get the gist of it. However, there's one important part they haven't mentioned to you. In case you don't know, the animatronics tend to walk around at night for an unknown reason. They're usually turned off manually, so I have no idea how this could even happen. I have requested the mechanics to check out the animatronics to see if there's anything wrong. Nothing has been brought back to me yet, but I believe it could just be some type of error in the system. So I highly doubt they will bring any harm to you or anything like that. There is also a music box at the prize corner that needs to be wound up. Apparently the music soothes the puppet to sleep. He will begin to move if there isn't any music playing, so it's best to just keep an eye on it. I have to go now. I will give you any updates if I get any info on what's been happening. Take care!
The year is 1997, spring. Robert has always had that same silly dream since he was young, to open his own restaurant chain. He would always talk about this big, grand dream of his, and our parents were always so proud of him. Well, I was the one that lingered in his shadow, always looked down upon. And this year, that stupid dream of his actually came true. He bought an old rundown building and fixed it up, called the place Fredbear's Fun Place. He was always good with machines, built the animatronics all by himself, I always wished I was as good as him.
Hey, I decided to give you a call to see how your first night went. Apologies for my absence this morning. I couldn't show up for a complicated reason. Apparently a child went missing in the establishment. They had to close down the restaurant for a few hours to investigate, but sadly they didn't find anything out of the ordinary, and to make this even stranger, when they went to check the security cams, all the footage from that day was deleted. I hope that kid will be okay. Anyways, I got the latest report from the mechanics. They said the programming is normal, but they're still trying to find the cause for their nighttime roaming. They also wanted me to tell you that there seems to be some strange glitch in the system. It seems to make Freddy and his friends more active as time goes on, so make sure to keep a close eye on the animatronics. They can wander around without knowing where to go. Foxy, however, is kind of odd. He tends to stand on stage while his parrot roams around. The mechanics believe there was an error in his program that causes him to want to follow his parrot, but his reaction time seems off, so when his parrot reaches your office, he takes a shortcut to reach him faster, which would be through a vent behind his cove, which leads to a vent that is, directly above your head. But don't worry, there is a door to seal him off, but make sure not to close it too soon, otherwise he will drop down and use his weight to bust through the vent. Yeah, doesn't sound too pleasant. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll call you back tomorrow. Good night!
The year is 1997. Summer. Robert's restaurant became a huge hit in our small little town. Everyone loved it. It was so packed that Robert couldn't keep up with all the customers on his own. He didn't expect it to be so popular. So he asked me if I wanted to pinch in and help out. Ugh. Honestly, I didn't. But in the end, he somehow convinced me and made me co-owner. Of course, once again, I was stuck in the shadow of my brother. Stuck at the lower end while he got all the praise and glory. I can't stand him getting all the attention. But since I'm a co-owner of his business, perhaps I could kill it from the inside. Maybe being co-owner won't be so bad after all.
I got some more bad news. First, I've gotten another report from the mechanics saying the animatronics are at the point where they can't seem to figure out what's wrong with them. Yeah, they have noticed that they seem to be twitching and acting strange. We'll look more into what's been going on. Oh, also, I don't want to cause any alarm, but 2 more children went missing again. I'm getting really worried about the safety of this place. The police interviewed some witnesses and said they saw like a tall, thin figure of a man with a white button-up shirt, long brown hair, and a red bow tie roaming the building with children, but they couldn't find anyone inside that matched the description. I hope they find this guy. By the way, I want you to keep an eye on the 3 little boxes in the prize corner. They're in the same room where the puppet is, so I guess it won't be a big problem. It's just that these little bears can come out at any time and roam the building and make their way into the small vent in the party room. Dude, I've seen them crawl inside it one time. I'm not kidding when I said they're pretty fast. That's all I have to say. I won't be there tomorrow night, by the way. I'm going to try to look through all the security feeds we have to see if I can find anything to help the police, but don't worry. George will cover for me tomorrow. He creeps me out, but they don't have anyone else to cover for me. But don't worry, I'm sure he'll do an A-okay job. Well, gotta go. Night!
1998, spring. Robert is planning on throwing a birthday for his 6-year-old son in a couple of days. Both him and his wife are gonna be there. He said he built 2 new animatronics as a surprise for his sweet little son. I haven't seen much of it myself, but they both look like dogs. Maybe this would be the perfect opportunity to get back at my brother for leaving me in the dark, for taking all the glory. Maybe it's time I take something from him. Hello there. You must be the new night guard, right? Rebecca, is it? Can I call you Becky? It's easier so I don't get confused with others. I know. I was tasked by Miss Schmidt, or Smith. I don't know the gal's name, nor do I care to in the first place. But here we are. Anyway, she wanted me to tell you another child went missing. That makes 4, right? It would be a shame if my brother's restaurant goes out of business due to this. I always hated how he was the successful one in the family. Gah. Anyway, just wanted to point out there's a room in the back where the old and broken animatronics sit. They may start moving tonight. I made sure they will. Only 2 out of the 4 will be active tonight. Good old Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Think of it as a good luck gift. Don't be surprised if they get close to you. Always singing those same songs, show after show. Hearing them too much, they all got stuck into my head. So I always love to sing them every time they get stuck in my head. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Tomorrow is the birthday party. Robert left the building early to make preparations for tomorrow's event and left me alone to close the restaurant. With him gone, tonight will be the perfect time to set up his surprise for tomorrow. If I tamper with those two dog animatronics and that puppet, hopefully they'll kill the ones he cares most for. I don't care about the consequences. I'm tired of him getting all the praise. It's time for him to lose something. And tomorrow is the perfect day.
Hey there, Rebecca. I hope George did a good job covering for me. He may be a bit creepy, but he got the job done. But I just want to mention that those two twin animatronics may move tonight. They have been twitching during the day, and I have a feeling they may be up to no good. Anyway, I sadly have more terrible news. It may not surprise you since there seems to be a pattern to this, but 2 more children are gone. That's 6 now. For goodness sake. This is terrible. Remember when I said I was going to check the camera feed we had? Yeah, sadly I came out empty-handed. The feed has been tampered with. The times the children were reported missing were removed from the feed. Whoever's behind this is really trying to cover their tracks. I haven't felt safe working here since all this has started. And all of these missing children don't look good on the business. But Playtime Freddy's isn't the first place to have tragedies. Fredbear's Fun Place was the first. An old location owned by this place's current owner, Robert Johnson. He has always wanted to accomplish his dream business, but sadly it was shut down after the death of his wife, Jessica. She was attacked by his first animatronic he designed. It was kind of motherly looking puppet. This animatronic, from what I heard, malfunctioned. Killed her. Never knew what happened to that robot. But, back to the present, the animatronic's behavior has been getting worse. scaring the children lately. Robert has been trying to, figure out what's going on with them. Even his mechanics can't figure it out. They suggested they may need to shut down this place before stuff gets even more out of control. And maybe it would be best to start fresh again, but he has no desire to close it down since he has gotten this far. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what he is going to do now, but only time will tell. Take care, Beck. I hope you make it out alive. I have to go now. Take care.
one of the mechanics. What are you doing there? Didn't you get the message? The animatronics are getting aggressive. They've been acting strange. Freddy isn't acting right. Well, none of them are acting right. This place is cursed or something, I swear. We've seen and heard a lot of strange things in there. Ghostly fog, children crying, shadows that resemble something, and a very thin figure of what looked like a woman with what looked like smaller figures around her. Please, just get out of there as fast as you can. I don't know what Robert said, but you have to leave. I'm not sure why you're back in the building. Remember last night? I told you to leave and to not come back. It's not safe there. Those robots, they aren't normal robots anymore. Check their system again and it looks like someone inserted some type of malicious code into the system. I have no idea who in their right mind would do that, but it is not safe there. It is not safe to be around them. I'm not sure if you'll be able to run to the exit with them roaming the building. You'll have to make it until 6 a.m. until their nighttime mode shuts down. Then you can make a run for it. Please just be careful. I don't want to report another dead body on this property. Good luck. Hey, Rebecca, it's Bill again. I know last night was a lot of trouble for you. Gosh, I could barely imagine how frightened you must have felt. But don't worry, you'll never have to return to that dreadful place ever again. I actually managed to convince Robert to scrap the animatronics since, they're not the safest thing around. It really upset him that his dream restaurant had to be shut down, just like the first one. But, I wanted to tell you something that I discovered. I was making my way to the fun place around 6 a.m. to help load the animatronics and pack a few things, and while I was heading back to parts and service to get my tools, I came across this weird binder filled with notes. I found it stuffed in one of the animatronics' heads. I took a look inside, and it was full of so many god-awful plans, all about different ways to take Robert's business out. There were detailed and gruesome plots about killing and descriptive notes about tampering with the AI. Saying all that, I'm sure you can get a good idea of who's behind all the hell that's been breaking out here. I should have known that man wasn't right in the head. He is the reason the animatronics were acting so aggressive. That creep caused all of this. His plan was to change the AI of the animatronics, making them act aggressive. And what makes it even worse is he wanted blood. He wanted to cause suffering to not only his brother, but the people who supported his business. And to do so, he went after easy targets, even if that meant children. I showed Robert my discovery, and he was really distraught. He couldn't believe his own brother would do such a thing. By the time we contacted the police and showed them the evidence, George was gone. Listen, I just wanted to tell you that he's still out there somewhere, so please just keep an eye out. Be safe.
you